I think the importance of the MMIP effort has really raised awareness of this issue in Indian country and shown and brought to the public's knowledge the disproportionately effect that violence has had on Native people across the country. My name is Bambi Kraus. I'm the Chief of the Office of Native Affairs and Policy at the Federal Communications Commission. And I am based in Washington, D.C. And in honor of my mother, I like to say that I'm Tlingit from Cake, Alaska. She was born and raised in Cake, and I was born and raised in Seattle. I'm here today to talk about a proposal by the Federal Communications Commission on a missing endangered persons event code. You may be familiar with are the Amber Alerts, which have been used successfully for years to galvanize attention to missing children who are younger than 17 years old. Amber Alerts have a dedicated code, CAE, for Child Abduction Emergency, and that's part of the emergency alert system. So missing adults fall outside of the Amber Alert process, which is why we have proposed the creation of a missing endangered persons code to address that gap. There are also Silver Alerts, but those are for adults over 65 years of age. So we're looking at that gap between 17 and 65 for missing endangered persons. So the event code would be part of the emergency alert system. So the emergency alert system is a national public warning system commonly used by state and local governments and authorities to deliver emergency information to the public over TV and radio. So these important messages, such as a hurricane warning or a tornado warning, missing children alerts, can save lives, and that is our main goal with this proposal to create the Missing Endangered Persons Code. This proposed new Missing Endangered Persons Code will allow for activation and transmission of Ashanti alerts associated with missing and endangered persons over the emergency alert system. The Federal Communications Commission has put out a notice of proposed rulemaking for public comment, and included in that are we're seeking public comment on how the MEP code would be implemented and enforced. So these are important questions, and we're seeking comment from the public on them to build the record on how we are going to be making our decisions. So in developing the record, the NPRM specifically proposes that the event code will be used by alert or originators, such as families or local governments, to disseminate information based on three criteria: individuals over the age of 17, missing adults who have special needs or circumstances, and missing adults who are endangered or who have been abducted or kidnapped. This MEP code, if adopted and in whatever form it would be in several months, would function similar to how other codes already function, such as the Amber Alert Code. The current status of the Notice of Proposed Rulemaking is that it will be published hopefully in the next few days. And once it's published in the Federal Register, we have a comment period that includes 30 days for public comments, and then an additional 30 days for a total of 60 days for reply comments. So it's an open record, so you can go in and see who has commented and what the main thrust of their support or discussion on a certain topic. The public is allowed to go in and review all of those other comments that are already posted. We welcome your comments to build a record on this crisis in the comment period, and that will substantially contribute to the final rulemaking. In terms of how can Indigenous communities be advocates for the MEP code, your voice, the tribal voice, in building the record on this proceeding is crucial. The one item that I'd like to stress, if you haven't heard it already, is the need for the tribal voice to be included in the record on this issue. And I'd also like to ensure that people feel comfortable reaching out to the Federal Communications Commission. As the head of the Office of Native Affairs and Policy, we are a door to all other bureaus and divisions within the Commission. We have a general email address that you should feel free to reach out to. It's native@fcc.gov, native@fcc.gov. And we use that for all of our general inquiries. If you'd like to know how to get the NPRM, please email native@fcc.gov. If you've read it and you still have questions, please reach out. So I want to encourage you to use that resource so that we can help you provide information to make the best rulemaking possible. Thank you very much for your time.